But that's what our society has turned dating into, where women go on dates for entertainment, men are going on dates for companionship, and the men are renting the women, and we're calling that a relationship, which it's exactly the same dynamic as the adult industry. Women are looking to get paid for their presence, and men need that attention from women, so men are going to rent the women at an affordable price. It's the exact same thing, the Riley theory. But in addition to societal expectations, men often face emotional barriers that make it difficult for them to form meaningful connections. They may struggle with expressing their emotions, fearing that it will make them appear weak or vulnerable. And that is going to be exacerbated by women's man shaming, by calling men misogynistic and incels, and devaluing and degrading men. When a man puts up his 2 cents, it always has to stem from a past trauma. So once a man hits the nail on the head, and I even notice it in the comment section on my platform, once a man hits the nail on the head, the responding woman that meets that expectation literally jumps into the comment section and starts talking about how that man must have been hurt in his past life, or he must have been hurt recently by some woman that he can't get over, and really derail the conversation into something that is going to accuse the man of just being sad and bitter when the man is speaking the truth. Statistics back up everything that is said on this podcast. And I still get people that like to come into the comment section and try to say, oh, you're just saying that because you're hurt. From who? Ain't nobody here to hurt me. Any female that I'm dealing with these days, standing on my non-negotiable expectations for behavior, any woman that I'm talking about these days, if she's not adhering to my agenda, it's not going to go very far. I'm not going to get emotionally invested in the scenario if we're not going to work out together as a team, because you have to understand that as a good man is going to prioritize her agenda by default. A good man is going to put forth effort into catering to his woman by default. Ladies, you got to understand, within the first 48 hours of meeting a good man, I can tell you right now, even if you reject him, within the first 48 hours of meeting a good man, before the question comes out about, will you date me? And no, I'm not interested in you. And however that conversation works itself out, the first 48 hours of engaging a good man, ladies, you're going to find out that you can't be cold because he's going to keep you warm. You can't be wet because he's going to keep you dry. You can't be in danger because he's going to keep you safe. You can't be inconvenienced because he will inconvenience himself to make you less inconvenienced. You can't be sad. He's going to try to make you feel better. You can't be sick. He's going to nurse you back to health. That is the kind of man that's husband material by generic nature. You understand? Now, when you think about this, you can't be hungry. He's going to feed you. There's nowhere in there where your basic needs are not being instinctively met by a good man. Now, if you date this good man, where your feminine inherent instincts kick in and say, oh, he's not supposed to be hurt, I'm going to nurse him back to health. He's not supposed to be sick, I'm going to nurse him back to health. He's not going to be hungry, I'm going to feed him. His clothes need to be clean. If he's not able to be organized because he worked too much, I'm going to organize stuff for him. He's not going to go undone. I'm going to make sure that the stuff he doesn't have, I'm going to get for him. When is reciprocation going to be the instinctive behavior of females? A lot of them don't have that. There are some that do, but there's a lot of them that don't have that. And that's where you have the dynamic shift. Because if a good man that's going to instinctively cater to your every whim is going to then say, all right, I have some expectations that I need to see you accomplish in order for me to maintain this. Sweetheart, you're not going to just fall into a Porsche and ride it all the time and think that you're not going to have to maintenance it. Yeah, I mean, gas is high, insurance is high, repairs are high. You can't just say, oh, I got a luxury car now. No, you got to put in some work. So when we're looking at this, we have to also come to understand that in this dynamic, like, you guys have to realize that when a man has these non-negotiable expectations for behavior, these non-negotiable expectations for behavior is coming from a man that's actually going to value you, appreciate you, respect you, cater to your every whim, and to the best of his ability, get you the things that you need in line with his budget, alongside all of the things that you get you what you want alongside the stuff that you need. So the thing is, ladies, right now what we have is some of the women in modern society that's willing to put out for a man, that's willing to spend enough money on her, but she's not willing to do much of anything else. And a partner means that you're doing more than sleeping with the guy. So when you think about in your relationships right now, what are you doing with your man? What are you doing for your man? What are you doing to make things better in a relationship? What are you doing to help the relationship get stronger? What are you doing to help the resources in your household become more fluid? What are you doing to expand on the atmosphere that you live in? Not how you pocketing money for yourself in case you gotta bail out of this relationship, that you got more money in your pocket where you can find somewhere else to go. Not that. What is your 20-year plan to make this relationship $1 million relationship? What is your 20-year plan what is your 20-year plan for the relationship? Period. Do you even have a 20-year plan for a relationship?